explain to everybody what's the difference between, because you was with the techniques, right? The technicians. The technicians.
Still
so explain the difference between the technicians and other DJs that's in
It's no different. I mean, it's just a crew.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a crew of DJs.
Wasn't y'all the first though?
I don't know if we were the first ones in Philly. There might have been more. Everybody had their crew of DJs. Mm-hmm. This goes back early 80s, late 70s. Yeah, I mean, there was always crews of DJs.
What's the benefits of like being in a crew versus just doing it by yourself? Because then you can move the way you want to.
You can move the way you want to move by yourself, but if you got a lot of DJs in your camp that are on the same skill set and that can play different genres of music, like I can't do a whole party of reggaeton. I can't do 5 hours of reggaeton.
Why, you don't like
but
it? You just don't
if I know, like my brother technician DJ Ron, you know, he's a Spanish DJ. You know, so that's his alley right there. That's his lane.
Okay.
Reggaeton. But his skill set is like mine. So why not? You know what I mean? That's just a different level of a DJ that knows what he's doing. You know, he has the mind capacity to do that type of party. Not again, all money ain't good money.
That's true.
And if you know your worth, you're not gonna dumb down and, you know, make yourself cheaper just because, you know, oh, this is a big ass party and all they're paying is $150.
Or because such and such gonna be there.
Yeah. Like, but that's a whole different story.
You get a picture with him or her.
Everything that's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about the DJs? How can I say this? Let me reach in my bag.
It's a setup, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go.
No, I'm trying to be gentle. So like I'm trying, not gentle, but you know.
Yeah, here come the dart. Here come the dart.
No, okay. How do you determine when to come at another DJ? Like
when a DJ is disrespectful.
I thought it was like because a DJ is popping or they're making a lot.
You
of
always
noise.
gonna get if you're the hottest DJ, if you're the epitome of DJs or whatever the case may be, it's like if you're a rapper, if you're the hottest rapper, somebody's always gonna come after you.
But that's not disrespect, because that's what I just said.
It's a sport. It's a sport. It's part of the game. Battles have always been part of the game since the beginning of this hip hop era. I mean, hip hop is all about battling. It's about skill. It's about competition. It's a sport. It's a sport. If you're on top, there's always somebody after you.
Well, who's on top now?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
You out the loop?
I couldn't tell you. I'm not out the loop, but it all depends on what you want to talk about as far as being a top. If you want to talk about, because it can branch off. It can branch off to who's the hottest radio DJ, who's the hottest club DJ, who's the hottest tour DJ, who's the hottest whatever type DJ. Mm-hmm. It's never about one DJ. Right. It's never, because DJs, this game has branched off into so many different things now. It's ridiculous.
Isn't that a good thing or not?
It's definitely a good thing. Fucked it up for us right now, but we
still
finding ways.
We
still finding ways.
He broke the internet.
Yeah, we still finding ways though.
Yeah, you definitely do. You know, they're changing it, but everybody gotta just adapt to everything. Mm-hmm. You know. So speaking of radio, the whole UE situation, how did you get over there?
My man Tim and I think it was his cousin. with somebody else that I knew from back in the day. Me and Tim, we had a relationship from way back before anything. When Tim started his situation, you know, Tim was like, "Yo, I need something. I need this, that, the other." I was fresh out of radio. I was to the point where I was like, I'm good with radio. I don't care. But Tim had his situation popping, and his cousin saw me. I don't know where. I guess it was up the way, and he was like, "Yo, Curt, yo, what's up? You know, we got, you know, small talk and everything like that. Yeah, Tim got a little situation. He got a radio station now, and he looking for DJs and everything. And it's funny that I ran into you because I was just talking about you." And he was like, "Yo, if I run into you, to give you his number and, you know, get your number and he'll tell you more about it." So me and Tim rapped and everything. And I don't know, I think he had a show. And I think they didn't have a DJ or whatever the case may be, but Tim, you know, gave me an invitation. You know, he flat out laid it out, and he told me what his dream was and everything like that. And I was like, I don't have no problem working with anybody when they let me know what they're trying to do. Mm-hmm. And if I find it feasible and if I can help, I'm going to help. But he laid the whole blueprint out for me, and I was like, "Yo, I'm with it. Let's do it." You know what I mean? I was amped. I was like, "All right, I'm a team player."
Was you one of the first DJs over there? Or?
No, Frills was already over there.
Okay.
Frills had Official Street Radio already popping over there. Mm-hmm. But they was trying to find another show.
Right.
No, they already had another show, but I guess the show was looking for a hot DJ or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So they asked me if I would join on board. But then when I was in the mix of jumping on board, there was a conflict within the show and everything like that. And this was happening on my very first day. I'm coming to the station and they all in cahoots arguing and this, that, the other. And then I noticed that Tim was like, "Fuck it, well, y'all can get the fuck out my building." And he kicked the show out.
The whole show?
Yeah, but the show was supposed to go on air in like, I guess, the next 15 minutes or so.
What?
So I'm standing there and I got all my shit. I got my turntables and everything. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I gotta go now because ain't no more show. Tim was like, "No, you're going on the fuck air.
Right.
You're going in their place. You're going to have your own fucking show. I don't care what the fuck you call it, this, that, the other. Find you a co-host, structure your show, and get back to me."
What?
And I was like, whoa, okay.
Well, that's even better. Because you get to do what you want somewhere.
So then I had to find out, all right, I got my own show that just got thrown into my lap. I didn't even ask for it.
You could have said no.
I could have, but, you know, it was an opportunity.
Right.
And he already talked to me about his vision, and I was cool on that vision. Like, you know, this is just starting, so imagine if it gets bigger and this, that, the other, you know, all right. So, at the particular time, I'm still
Did you even know what internet was?
I didn't know nothing about internet.
Right, because that shit was crazy.
All I knew it was radio. All I knew it was radio.
Just heard radio.
I'm like, all right, well, I'm already qualified for that. I just did radio.
Right.
But, you know, internet radio was a different type of beast. Mm-hmm. So I had to get acclimated to that shit. And then it was about, you know, coming up with a good show with substance. And then I'm like, well, shit, I gotta find co-hosts. I gotta find this, that,
all the work.
Like, who the fuck am I gonna find? Now, this situation happened because by me working at Sneaker Villa and me being a key DJ at Sneaker Villa, I always get somebody coming to me talking about trying to get them in with
stuff.
Sneakervilla,
Yeah.
because you know they might be a new clothing designer or whatever, and they want to get their product in the store. Mont Brown.
Mont Brown?
Mont Brown. Back in the day. Mont Brown and the astronauts were coming out with a clothing line. And Mont Brown coming to me because I was like the point player to get somebody into the motherfucking corporate office to pitch their shit. And Mont Brown came
Wait, was
to
this
me.
before or after the hit that they had?
This is way
While it's
before
going?
all
Okay.
of this shit.
Okay. Wow.
He was already established as a rapper, but he wanted to try to get into clothing now. So he came to me and he was showing me the product and this, that, the other. He was like, Curt, can you just get me up and set me up with a meeting with all the right people? And I was like, I said, mind if I get you up in there, you know my name is attached to this, so you can't make me look like a fucking fool. You gotta know what the fuck you talking about when I bring you up to these people. So he reassured me that he was ready, and this, that, the other. So I was fortunately able to arrange a meeting about his clothing line. They come to the meeting, but then they got this chick with them. Chick was dressed very corporate and this, that, the other, and she talked proper, and she was a go-getter. I'm thinking that she was like the representative for the company, and maybe she was like the financial backer, or whatever the case may be. Lo and behold, I'm listening to her, and I'm like, yo, she's very boisterous about, and she sounds like she's really sure about what the hell she's talking about. And I was like, yo, that's the type of co-host I need. Like somebody that's not afraid to talk. But they can keep a subject going. Like they won't fall off subject, but they can give some substance to a subject. So I was like, damn. So after a while, I kept seeing this chick. So after a while, I got to know her and everything like that. Of course, it was Miss P. And I proposed to her. I was like, yo, you ever did radio before? She was like, no, but this is one of the things, that's one of the things I wanted to get involved with. I said, well, look, I got my own show. I'm looking for a co-host. I'm willing to try you out. If everything works out, if we got that chemistry, you'll be the co-host. You'll be the focus right there. And I'm like, focus? I didn't never have a freaking name for my show. So I'm like, everything was about focus, 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 focus. And then one of my tags that I always used while I was DJing was fix your focus, I got joints. So Miss P came along and, I was like, yo, we powwowed and we was like, what we gonna name the show? She was like, why don't we use your tag?
Right.
And I was like, fix your focus. Fix your focus. Oh shit.
There it is.
This, that, the other. And she was like one of the co-founders. And then that's how the show took off. Now, mind you, we formatted this show because we had a male point of view and we had a female point of view about everything. Music, fashion, everything. Anything that we talked about on the show, it was always a male point of view and a female point of view. And I thought that was dope because it wasn't one-sided.
Right.
We agreed to disagree on certain things, but we had legit arguments on air that everybody was intrigued to. So the show got a lot of buzz and everything like that, but due to certain circumstances and everything like that, sink or swim. And guess who had the life preserver?
Situation over there, because I know you left before it kind of went sideways or whatever.
No, it didn't go sideways. It's It's when you dealing with a CEO and their brain is always active on trying to do better, get better.
What's wrong with that?
Right. You can't argue with that fact, but after a certain while, when you don't know what they're getting ready to do, and then all of a sudden your shit just stop, and then you just have to accept it because that's theirs.
Right.
You don't have the right to go against them because they're in control of it. That's their shit. So it's but so much you can say, and it's but so much shit you can do. So with that, you just have to throw your hands up and say, well, it's yours. Whether you agree with it and whether you don't agree with it, you just have to just go with the flow of things. And, I was with you, Eve, through 1, 2, 3 moves. We kept changing locations and this, that, the other. And it was like each time we changed locations, we had to build everything back up. Well, excuse me. We had to build everything back up to where we left off.
Yeah.
Ground zero. So after a while, it started taking a toll. And it might not have taken a toll on him. It might have. But it was taking a toll on me because I was getting frustrated.
Why was the moves? Like, what was the purpose of the moves? Because it was just too
I don't
small?
know. That's something you have to ask him about. I never questioned anything. Because when you own the business and it's your brand and everything, you have the right and say so to do whatever you want to do.
Usually they tell you though, like, when I left my office, I was like, this shit too small. I gotta go.
Well, I think we always knew at the last minute because your personal business is your personal business. And we never knew anything about Tim's personal business. So that was between him and we just had to go with it.
Right.
If he say, yo, we shutting down here and we moving over there, if you with him, you with him. If you're not, you're not.
Did y'all have to pay? Did you have to pay weekly over there?
I don't want to put that man's business out there.
Oh my God, it's actually your business.
No, but me and Tim had a different situation. We was always cool from the beginning.
But it's over.
Yes, I did have to follow the same rules as everybody, but one thing about me, and it doesn't necessarily have to be business. It can be personally. If people leave special information with me, and it's just between me and them.
But it's not. It's kind of not because if it's your business. If you.
Yeah, it's my business to a certain extent, but it's my business underneath his umbrella.
Okay.
So I'm free to talk about my business.
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah,
I'm saying was you paying, not was he paying rent?
Yeah, but still, it's still talking about his business.
No, people can say, yeah, I was paying. No, I wasn't paying.
Well, it is what it is.
Okay.
I can say this. I can say this. Sometimes I did pay. Sometimes I didn't.
Right.
But I can honestly say, like, I rode for the brand.
Okay.
So, there were certain things that he would let me get away with. And then there were certain things where he would pull me to the side and be like, yo, we cool and all, but understand this is a business. So grown man to grown man, yeah. You know what I mean?
What's the difference between the internet shows from when, you started and I was coming up after you till now? Like, what's the difference in your opinion?
Humble beginnings. I think back in those days when it first started, we knew what it was. We knew that we were starting from the ground up. We knew that we had to build our brand. We knew we had to make these people know who we are and what we were doing, what we were offering to the culture. We had to really drag our knuckles, like to really make people pay attention to us. Now, if you offer these situations to people, if like you have this platform right here, you might say, look, I'm looking for a new show, and somebody might have a new show that you're interested in, you put them on board. Automatically, not everybody, but automatically you'll have a couple of those people that automatically go into Hollywood gear.
Oh, of course. Of course.
You know what I mean?
All the time.
They'll soon as you say, okay, you start Monday, Sunday night, they Hollywood. You know, and it's like, you see that it's not going to work out, but then you want to see what they have to bring to the table because it might be good. You know, and you possibly can use that for your platform. But then 90% of the time, you like, nah, that motherfucker got to go.
Right.
You know, because
he ain't nowhere around.
He's nowhere around there.
So if you know, I know I forgot, I was on my show, and I think I had DJ No Frills on. And we was talking about this battle or whatever. What do you think about when DJ Dior said that she wanted to battle y'all DJs? She was calling out people. I don't know if you got that memo or whatever. Like, do you feel like she's somebody to even entertain or? Okay, crickets.
I'm not. See that. That's some generational shit. That doesn't apply to me.
Why?
And I don't know, because I guess it's because it's not directly towards me. See, I don't feed into who says they want to battle or anything. You can say you want to battle all you want.
She didn't say it directly to you, so you.
If my name is not attached to it.
Okay.
What do I have to entertain it for?
Wow.
Unless she said, I will battle anybody, Curt included. That's
that
a
makes
wake-up
sense,
call.
though. That makes sense, because now I get it. Because when she did make the comment or whatever, and then other people was tagging other people or whatever. But so they're tagging them, but she's not tagging them.
I mean,
you know, whatever.
I was there when DJ Dior started. I was there when she first learned.
Do you feel insulted that she's even asking people to come out knowing, like, the statue of somebody like you?
I don't.
Or it don't matter?
It doesn't matter. People are going to do what they want to do. I think that's what everybody needs to understand. People are going to say what they want to.
Facts.
It's up to you to entertain it. If it's not directed directly at you, then I don't directly respect it at all.
Yeah, it's like some punk shit, right? Kind of.
It is what it is. You can play these games with this generation all you want to. You can play with your generation. My generation, we're a whole different breed. Once you speak on it, all we want to know, time, date, you know, what do I need to bring, and don't bullshit me.
Right.
Because if you bullshit me, and this is all just, you know, talk, we're gonna drag your name in the mud for it. Like I'm the one that you have to worry about.
Right. I don't know what it was, but back then it wasn't as bad as it is now.
No,
like,
it's not.
Really
because
crazy.
everybody stayed in their own lane.
Yeah, you know, everybody was trying to keep their show alive, like, 'cause it was new, and you know, people didn't really know nothing about the whole internet thing.
Nobody wasn't worried about competition or anything. They was really trying to, you know, format their shows and stay alive.
For real.
You know what I mean? That's what it was about. You know, right now, you know, people jump into shows and
people jump on my page. No, they jump on your page. Like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, I'm hot. Y'all come see me in my show. And I'm like, wow.
Tune in. You don't want to miss it. This, that, the other. We got 50. What? 50 ain't nowhere come for you, damn sure. Ain't for me. You came for me, but there was gonna be some repercussions.
What shows did you admire or feel worried about, like, as you, like, because you know it wasn't a whole bunch of us at the time. I know you came. You was definitely there before me because I used to tune into your show. But who was you like, oh, okay, they gonna be a problem, like, oh, we gotta go harder or whatever because of them? Or
I never worried about.
You wasn't worried about me.
Look,
even though I know I showed
if we was cool, we was cool. If we was in the business and we were cool.
You ain't admired none of the other.
I never
shows?
listened to nobody.
No, I know. I'm like
because I never wanted to, fall into the trap of hearing an idea and try to make up an idea somewhere based on what I heard.
Right.
I never wanted to fall into that trap. Mm-hmm. If you were doing your own thing, you was doing your own thing. I would notice what you were doing if people were coming around me and saying, yo, I listen to Fire Chick show, yo, she had me cracking up, yo, she got this segment, such and such and such. I tune in every day. If I get that type of word, then I'm like, okay, so Fire Chick is where it's at. Mm-hmm. I'm not worried about you.
Did you get that word?
I got word about plenty of shows.
Okay.
But my thing wasn't
worried.
being that I'm in the same profession as you, I wasn't going to be there, see you in public and say, yeah, you kicking ass, I see you. This, that, yeah. I'm not trying to blow up your head. I'm your comedy show. They think they run my shit. Mm-hmm. And they think they can tell me when they're going to go on and when they're not going to go on, when they know they're supposed to go on at this certain time. Oh, you want to walk in 20 minutes late. You don't want to follow the rules because you got 18,000, people listening to your show.
Right. Did you ever have any radio beefs with anybody? I'm talking about like internet-wise, because I never really heard anything about y'all beefing with anybody. Did you ever have anything?
I don't think I was able to let my show be successful to being in a battle, because if I went on air, mm-hmm. I was the bully automatically.
Why? Because of the way you talk, or just
the way I talk, the way my show is about. I came with an arrogance, whereas you're not gonna mess with my show at all, because I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm bringing, I know what I'm offering. You don't have the music that I have. You don't have the contacts that I have to bring this person up here, to be featured on the show or whatever case may be. I just knew that I had it. So, if you came at me, you had to be prepared of what I was going to come back with. So, I wasn't giving nobody the opportunity to bully our show. Mm-hmm. But at the same token, I wasn't trying to bully nobody. I don't pay that no mind. Like, keep that over there. Unless you
does it look different because she's a female? Do people look at her like, I'm not battling no female? Or they don't care? I don't care who
anybody
can get it.
If you
say my name.
If you say my name,
right?
You can be female, male, cat, dog, I don't care.
But does it matter the caliber of who they are? If they just started today, you still would give it to them?
You're damn right. Wow. If you're that bold enough to talk it, then you have to suffer the consequences.
When did Rand called you out?
Huh?
Huh?
If who?
DJ Rand.
That'll never happen. So
but if he did for fun?
Well, here's my thing. I'm not scared to battle.
Okay.
I'm not scared to battle. I'm going to take my bumps and bruises just as much as I take my wins.
Right.
So it is what it is.
Okay.
I never portrayed myself to be the holy god of DJs. Mm-hmm. I know how to spin. And what the general public thinks of me, that's their thought, I'm just there because this is something that I like to do. Right. I grew up on this. This is what I know. Mm-hmm. Whether you think I do it good or not, that's on you. Comes down